I'm Dr. Florence Nisabwe, and this is Dr. Florence Nisabwe Show. Dr. Florence Nisabwe is a social entrepreneur, but more than anything, passionate about women empowerment through social entrepreneurship and leadership. Good day, folks. Once again, welcome to the Dr. Florence Nisabwe Show. Our topic today is psychological obstacles to women's empowerment. Why entrepreneurship matters and why it's hard. Entrepreneurship is one of the most powerful tools we have for women economic empowerment. Each successful female entrepreneur is able to lift up others around her and make a positive contribution to her community through generating new economic and employment opportunities and by inspiring others. However, entrepreneurship is not for everyone. While the most successful entrepreneur achieve something akin to character status, there are many women who struggle as entrepreneurs or who never set off along the road to entrepreneurship. So, what are the limiting factors? What are the obstacles to women economic empowerment through entrepreneurship? Access to resources is of course crucial, whether it's raw materials, finance, or skills and expertise. Research into the psychology of entrepreneurship has, however, identified that it is a woman's mental and emotional conditioning that is the most significant factor in determining her success as an entrepreneur and her ability to empower herself and others. What are the qualities that a woman needs to become an entrepreneur? Successful entrepreneurship is the result of a combination of several factors, not least having a positive mental attitude. This can have a decisive impact on entrepreneurial success. It is a fundamental foundation for the motivation and unlocking of potential. Let's unpack this a little. The psychology of entrepreneurship has several components, as I said earlier. So let's look at each in turn. Consciousness. Especially in traditional societies, there may be a lack of awareness that entrepreneurship exists as a concept and as a practical reality. There is often a disconnect between what people enjoy doing, their passions, and what they are compelled to, like working to earn a living. The realization that this can be combined and can generate a viable revenue stream is one of the first necessary breakthroughs on the road to women empowerment through entrepreneurship. There also needs to be consciousness of opportunities with the local economy. Will. This is vital. To be a successful entrepreneur, a woman must be determined and decisive. She must be a disciplined self-starter and able to motivate herself even during the challenging time, which are often encountered early in the entrepreneurship cycle. Ability. Entrepreneurship depends on having a product or service to sell. Both of these require skills and application. Personality. Is there such a thing as the entrepreneurial personality? I would argue that there is, and that it consists of multiple traits. Let me mention some. Assertiveness. in negotiation with others, especially in circumstances where women are seen as somehow inferior to men. Creativity, problem-solving skills are vital. Entrepreneurship is essentially imagination in motion. Curiosity, true entrepreneurs are driven by finding answers to questions in the belief that they can make positive changes in society. Self-confidence, no entrepreneur, female or male, can make any headway without this. Independence, the courage to go it alone. So, add in a healthy amount of innovation and optimism, plus a sense of adventure, and you have the makings of an entrepreneur. Entrepreneurs, and especially female entrepreneurs, face many obstacles on their path to economic empowerment. For women, these barriers can include the weight of societal expectations, interpersonal challenges such as toxic relationships, and the way that female entrepreneurship is perceived by men who may feel threatened by an independent, economically self-sufficient woman. The need to constantly advocate to women's economic empowerment in order to create an environment conducive to female entrepreneurship can also be drained. These external factors can impact on the personality traits identified area and prevent women from achieving their full potential. There are also internal limiting factors that can undermine women's ability to embrace the psychology of entrepreneurship. These include the worry that they lack of the professional knowledge and or the entrepreneurial ability to succeed. These topics are not included in traditional schools curriculums, which means that young women can be at a significant psychological disadvantage. A lack of awareness on the psychological benefits of entrepreneurship can also be a hindrance to young women forming the intent to be entrepreneur. Of course, these factors cannot be entirely separated from the external challenges that younger women in particular face: lack of experience, lack of funds, and unresolved question of identity of purpose. Nonetheless, it is becoming increasingly clear that the role of entrepreneurial psychology in shaping and facilitating women's economic empowerment cannot be overlooked. Given that so many of the success factors shared by almost all entrepreneurs are psychological, we need to look at the formative years of female entrepreneurs and especially their educational experiences. There is a clear need to address this gap in the education that young women receive. Education has a vital role to play in the formation of the entrepreneurial mindset. Let's consider how a positive educational journey can enable female entrepreneurship, stimulating creativity and initiative, raising awareness of the benefits of self-fulfillment, fostering entrepreneurial tendencies, and providing guidance and encouragement. all that being said, I would conclude by saying that we should encourage a school-based solution. There are systemic challenges to women's economic empowerment through entrepreneurship in many situations. And it is often entrepreneurs themselves who are needed to overcome these challenges. While these barriers may seem daunting to individual women, especially those who are young and relatively inexperienced, there are factors that women can address themselves and within themselves. Through the psychology of entrepreneurship, they can hone the personality traits and sharpen the skills they need to succeed and to contribute to their own economic empowerment and that of other women in their sphere of influence. Schools have a vital role to play here by providing support that improves the psychological quality of entrepreneurship among their female students. They can nurture and enable the next generation of entrepreneurs. Young women who leave school with confidence, optimism, and a can-do attitude will help advance the cause of women economic empowerment ever closer to the tipping point at which female entrepreneurs are accepted and respected by all. Until we meet again, stay tuned.